Hey guys, and welcome back to Z3 Cubing. Today I'm going to check out the Rubiks Connected 3x3, the world's new best smart cube. Alright, so today I have a very exciting unboxing of the world's newest smart cube, the Rubiks Connected 3x3. Now a smart cube is basically a Rubik's Cube that turns and does everything just like normal, but it can also connect to your phone with Bluetooth, which allows it to track all the moves that you do, which allows for some really interesting functionality, like tracking your time really precisely, or competing with other people online. Now the first smart cube was released about 2 years ago. It was called the Geiger Cube, and even though it was a really cool concept, I hear that the cube itself wasn't that great, so it never really went anywhere. But then came the Go Cube, which was a much better smart cube. The hardware is pretty good, and the app was amazing. The only reason that I never used it a whole lot is because it's kind of in this weird pillared shape that's just kind of awkward to solve on. But then luckily GAN, a speed cubing company, came out with their own smart cube, the GAN 3D6i, which as you can see is a normal cubic cube, and it actually turns really well. It was the first smart cube that you could really speed cube on. Unfortunately though, their app wasn't that great. It had a lot of glitches and just didn't look that nice, so I didn't end up using the GAN 3D6i a whole lot either. So I hope that the brand new smart cube inside of this box solves all of those problems by being both a good smart cube and having an awesome app. This is the Rubiks Connected 3x3. And by the way, this cube was sent over to me by thecubicle.com. Be sure and use discount code Z3Cubing for 5% off if you're gonna buy this awesome new smart cube or anything else on their store. All right, let's get right into it. So it looks like there's this little Velcro flap on the front of the box that shows you one side of the cube. It says Power Your Solve. It also says Academy, Battle, Improve, and Play, which I guess are kind of the different modes that we'll check out in a minute. Let's go ahead and open it up. So very simplistic packaging. You have that cool little display at the front, but other than that, it's just a box. And as you can see in here, we have a little instruction booklet. We don't need that. And we have the cube and a charger. So it looks like the charger here goes into the middle of the yellow sticker. So you can just kind of stick it on like that, plug it in via USB, and it's charging. I love that they make it this simple compared to past smart cubes where you have like a dock and you have to plug that in with a micro USB cable. It's just one single part to charge the cube. That is awesome. I can already tell that they've put a lot of thought into this product, which makes sense because it's released by Rubiks. They're a huge company. They have to appeal to a super broad audience, and yeah, they have a lot of experience with that. So let's go ahead and try out the cube, just do some first turns. It definitely turns decently. I would say at least comparable to the GAN 3D6i. Yeah, it's definitely easier to speed solve on than the Go Cube because, well, it's cubic. And overall, I'd say that the turning is a little bit clunky because the cube is kind of heavy, but that's to be expected. But actually the performance is surprisingly good. Like that's over 45 degrees and it can corner cut that easily. And I think this might actually be the first Rubiks branded cube that actually comes with magnets, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I know you guys don't care that much about the performance and you care more about the smart cube functionality. So there's an app you can download called Rubiks Connected. Let's go ahead and click on it and see what happens. Oh, there we go. Rubiks connecting. And now it should be connected to the cube with Bluetooth. And now it wants me to make an account. Okay, I got it. So I actually had to use my GoCube account. If you've already made one of those, then that one should work. Ready to go, continue. And let's say that I'm just getting started because I don't know how to solve one of these things. Alright, so because I pressed that button, it brought me to the solution guide. I think You Can Do the Rubik's Cube is kind of like Rubiks' brand name for teaching people how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So it should be kind of like an official guide. So start, step 1 basics, continue. Let's go. Let's go again. Okay, scramble your cube, 0 out of 5 shuffles. So if I just turn it 5 times, does it think it's scrambled? Okay, got a scrambled cube now. What's the color of the highlighted face? Green? Edge pieces. Okay, so it's going to teach you about the different types of pieces on the cube and eventually how to move them around. How many edge pieces does it have? 12. I guess the whole concept that the centers are fixed and the rest of the pieces just kind of move around them is kind of not intuitive for beginners, so it's kind of bringing me through that. Alright, how many more questions are there? I want out of here. Correct. Got it. Oh, that was the last one. Okay, so it looks like step 2 is notation. Let's click on that. Now, let's learn how to solve your Rubik's Cube. Let's go. Rubik's Cube is solved using a sequence of moves called algorithms, represented by letters. Show me. So it wants me to hold the cube like this. Got it. And now it wants me to do an R move. R. Oh, that's cool. So it follows my moves in real time. U. How fast can I do them? D. F. And B? B. U prime. R prime. F prime. D prime. R2. U2. R, U, F. R, U, R prime, U prime. R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay, I think we've had enough of that. Let's continue learning. It brings me on to the next step, which is solving the cross, and then it brings me through all the steps of solving the cube. I don't think we need that though, but it definitely would be a cool way to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube if you're just a beginner and you don't know how to solve one. It shows you all the steps, all interactive in real time on your cube. That's pretty cool. So let's just go back to the main menu here and try out some other options. So the more I look around this app here, the more I realize just how similar it is to the app on the Go Cube. And that's because, if you haven't figured it out yet, these cubes are actually made by the same company. They apparently licensed their technology to Rubiks and released a new smart cube under their name. Now they did make it a more cubic cube, which is definitely appreciated, but in terms of the app, it looks like they pretty much just copied most things over. As you can see, it says I have a personal best, even though I've never solved this cube before. So it's the same account from the Go Cube, pretty much all the same different menus. But like I said earlier, the app on the Go Cube was pretty much my favorite part, so I'm really glad that they have the same software. It's now just available to a much wider audience. So let's go ahead and do some of these matches. I want to try out the scrambling one first, so I'm going to hold it like this. Let's go to the, I don't know, super expert. Oh, we can't do super expert. How about just expert? Find match. So now it's actually going to find, I think, a real life person for me to compete against scrambling my cube. All right, so it found somebody. It says get ready, set, go. B2, F2, U prime, L prime, B. I think I'm beating him. Oh, he's going pretty slow. Oh, there we go. And there we go. I won. So that was pretty easy. TPS 3, back to matches, and oh, hey, look at this. It solved my cube. That's pretty funny. So it actually looks at the position of your cube and generates a scramble that will actually solve your cube. So that's something that I didn't realize the first time, and it really surprised me when my cube was suddenly solved at the end. So let's go back to that main menu here. Let's do the Pro Cuber mode. So I think we can actually compete against people by solving the cube, which is obviously the mode that I'm a lot more interested in. So I hit find match on the expert version, it found me a match, and now it is going to give me a scramble. I think we each get the same scramble, so that's pretty cool. We have a certain amount of time to scramble it, unless I guess we're disqualified. There we go. Waiting for opponent. I scrambled it first. Okay, so seeing as I just had to wait for the opponent to scramble their cube, I assume this is a real person now. And oh no, pressure. We have to solve it. Go. There we go, and it actually shows you the other person's cube in real time. That was a terrible cross. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do some F2L. Are they going fast? It looks like they're going pretty fast. We can go faster though, can't we? There we go. They won! I lost with a time of 17 seconds. Okay, admittedly that wasn't a great solve. I've never actually lost on one of these challenges. Let's do it again. I need my confidence back. All right, so we found a different person, so let's scramble the cube. Okay, so let's do some inspection. I like the beeping as a countdown. Let's do a much better cross this time. Oh, dot case. I can beat him. G-perm. Oh, that was the worst last layer ever, but I still won, 16.5. Okay, awesome. So that took me 84 moves, which, well, if you know anything about speed solving, that's pretty terrible. So let's click on advanced stats and see what happens. So it gives me the amount of time and the amount of moves that it takes for my cross and each F2L pair, as well as OLL and PLL. So as you can see, PLL took a lot of moves. That was a G-perm, same with OLL. And yeah, it gives me the time at the bottom. Oh, and there's more. So it gives me the scramble. It gives me the actual moves that I did to solve each step. So it basically reconstructs the solve for you. It gives you the TPS of each step. So even though the G-perm was a lot of moves, it was my fastest TPS. And it gives you the number of each moves that you did on the cube. So I assume yellow is the D side, which is why I did 0 U moves, because I didn't turn the white side. So other than the online matchmaking mode, which is probably the coolest part, we also have solo mode right here, which I assume is the same thing except by yourself. So yeah, it gives you a scramble. You can solve it. That's pretty cool. And challenge mode. I'm not sure what challenge mode is, so let's try it out. Continue. Of course, we have to go all the way to the super expert version. All right, I have no idea what challenge mode is, but let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, this looks scary. I don't know what's happening. Do we have to match the scrambler or something? Oh, we have to match a side to the white side. What am I doing? Red, orange, orange again. What's that one? Yellow, red. Oh, I'm doing this really slowly. And yellow. Did I do it? Did I do it? Oh, no, I missed one. There we go. So as you can see, I made that side look exactly what it looked like on the screen, and I won in a time of 16 seconds, which I don't think is very good. But yeah, that was pretty fun. There's definitely a much more active community of people online to compete against than there was when I got previous smart cubes. I remember having to wait around forever just to get a match, but that was pretty quick. Let's move on to some of these other modes. Cubicizer. I think that's like a synthesizer. So let's do the algorithm and play a song, I guess. Okay, that's pretty cool. There's other songs, I guess, on here too. Oh, that one's complicated. Not very good with the rhythm, but that's pretty cool. Alright, that's pretty cool. So let's try something else. How about Simon? All right, up and down, and we have to put red in the front. That's different. Okay, continue. What do we have to do? U, R, D. Okay, so U, R, D. Cool, and then it will add one to the sequence, I assume. Yep, U, R, D, then L. U, R, D, L. Okay, it's a little bit slow. U, R, D, L, L, D, R, U. So there we go, we did it. That was pretty easy. But let's just go on to some other mode. I know Paint It, I've done that one before in the Go Cube video, but Cube Hero is definitely new. I wonder if that's like Guitar Hero? Okay, so sure. First level. All right, so we got some music playing. There's a thing coming towards us. I think this one is U? Oh, I got it, cool. And then this next one coming up will be an L prime. Okay, that's funny. And now R prime. Doesn't really go along with the music that well, but there we go. And now it's U. L prime. Oh, that was exciting. Great work. 3 stars. Yeah, let's move on to the next level. Hope this will be a little bit harder. 2 prime. Wait, I missed that one. I totally turned that. Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like we have the same song for all of the levels. It just gets slightly more complicated. That is just funny. Oh, I missed another one. 1 star. Woo! All right, so that's definitely the funniest mode on here. It's just so ridiculously beautiful. Patterns? What is that? Oh, coming soon. Okay, great. So yeah, we can also go into our profile here. There's just a timer solver. So I think that will solve our cube if we have it scrambled. Yep, and it looks like it gave me a perfect 20 moves, which is of course the optimal number of moves it takes to solve a cube. No, I do not want to rate the app. All right, stats. So that just gives you all of your personal statistics. So 14.5 is my best time. That was actually on the Go Cube. It gives you the number of times that you won each game mode, your average times, and you can keep on going. It gives you a chart probably if you've done enough solves. And then you can also go over into the leaderboard and see where you rank. So I ranked number 407 for a time of 15.0 for, I think that's the Pro Cuber mode against other people. Let's look at the top of the list. Felix, Zemlegs, and Max Park, of course. In the solo mode, I'm 567. That's even worse. And of course, Max Park at the top. With a 3.8 second solve? That's ridiculous. All right, and I think that's pretty much everything in the app. I will say that this cube definitely met my expectations in every single way. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I really wanted a cube that had a good app and that actually turned well. And this is pretty much the combination of those 2 cubes. So I will say that this is definitely the best experience that you can get with a smart cube, and I would definitely recommend it over all the other ones. It is $60, which does sound like a lot, but it actually is less than most of the other major smart cubes that have ever been released. I think it's a pretty reasonable price for a cube that literally connects to your smartphone via Bluetooth. So yeah, if you're looking to buy a smart cube, I could definitely recommend the Rubik's Connected Cube. Of course, be sure and get it at thecubicle.com, link in the description, and get 5% off your order by using discount code Z3Cubing. Rubik's finally made a cube that's actually better than everyone else's for the first time since, what, like the 70s? But yeah, I'm really excited to see where the Rubik's Connected Cube will go. I mean, Rubik's is such a giant company, they could probably put these things like on store shelves like at Walmart. And if that's the case, then smart cubes really will be the future, available even to your average non-cuber. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.